Now, I've been a Photoshop user for a dang long time, and I have not really played around with one of Photoshop's most used features, which is called Blend If. I honestly didn't think this was a very used feature until I dug in and did a little bit more research, and there's tons of people blending images together or blending layers together using the Blend If command. So in this video, I want to show you how I use Blend If to add a little bit of color and a little bit of tone to my image in both the highlights and the darks, and show you kind of some of the ways that people traditionally would do this that don't quite work as well. So if you've never used the Blend If tool in Photoshop, this is the video for you, because you're going to be just where I was a few weeks ago before I started playing around with this tool and really found out just how powerful it is. Let's jump right into Photoshop. Guys, no worries if you don't understand Photoshop. I'm going to show you exactly everything you need to know in this video. So we've got our first image here, which I am going to add a little bit of warmth in the clouds and a little bit of coolness in the darks. Now, typically when people would do this, they might go in with like a color balance, and they would try to change the tone to highlights and, add a little warmth in the highlights. But, this isn't really, when I say highlights, how are we making the foreground cooler or warmer? This should only be selecting the highlights. And they might go into the shadows, try and tone them a little more blue, and it's just not really going to create that desired effect that you want. So instead of doing that, we're going to use Blend If. Now we're going to click on this adjustment layer here. We're going to add solid color. That's how we're going to do this for today's video. There's 1,000 different ways you can use Blend If. We are just going to be using it with solid color today to add color into our images in specific spots. Now what we're going to do here, we want to add a little bit of warmth to the clouds. Now don't worry, we can adjust this color later, but let's go with something about in there for now. We're going to change our blend mode here. Let's go to soft light. Then we're going to double click and go down to Blend If. Now we're going to leave it on Blend If gray. And then we have two options here, Blend If current layer and Blend If underlying layer. Blend If current layer is going to be what you're going to use if you're trying to blend like two images together. You're trying to blend the brights or the darks in one image into another image. But for this particular tutorial, for just color, all we're going to be doing is underlying layer. This is going to allow this to blend in if the underlying layer, or blend in to certain spots of the underlying layer in spots where that layer is a certain darkness or a certain lightness. Now I know that may not make sense, but let me show you how it works, and hopefully that'll help. So as I adjust this, let's see, where's the best place to put this? Let's just go down here in the corner. Maybe we'll do this, zoom in. And what we can do is drag this underlying layer slider. Now, as I drag this, you'll see it avoids blending our color here in the dark areas. As I continue to drag this to the right, you can see it's only blending them in those bright areas in the scene, which is exactly what we want. Now, as you look at this, you're thinking, well, that just looks terrible. You can totally tell what I just did here. And that is where some of our tools are going to come in handy here. So something like this looks pretty good. I'm getting a good blend in the warmest spots of the image. You can actually hold the Alt or Option button and click, and that separates these two sliders. So now we can feather it out a little bit. Now we're really talking. Somewhere maybe in there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the brights. I want this to be blended into the very brightest spots of the image, but I'm going to Option click so I can separate these two. Then I'm just going to drag this down. And I just want this to be really smooth, subtle adjustment. A lot of times I like the right side of the darken, so this right here, and the left side of the lighten. I like those to overlap a little bit just for a little more seamless blend. Now don't just copy these values, because every image is going to be slightly different based on the luminance values, but somewhere in there it looks pretty good to me. We can toggle this before and after, so we really make that sunset pop a little bit more. Now you can actually go in here, double click on the color, and if you wanted to adjust this, so say you thought maybe it was too orange or it wasn't red enough, you could go in and you can adjust this to give you exactly the color that you want. So I'm liking that color there. We can try darker, we can try lighter, more or less saturated, and you can really fine tune this to exactly how you like it. Now that's starting to look pretty good to me. I'm going to do the opposite in the shadows here. I'm going to make the shadows a little cooler. I think that's going to help balance the image really well. So I'm going to go up here, solid color once again. This time we'll select blue. I'm not too worried about the color because we'll go in and make some adjustments to this color afterwards. I'm pretty sure we will want to darken this, but let's just go with that for now. We'll go back down to soft light. You can use overlay. Overlay is going to be a little more contrasty. Usually I'll flip to those after I do this, so I'll show you that in just a second. We've got color fill 2, double click here, and same thing. We're going to use these blend if tools. And this time we want it to be in the darks. We don't want it to be in the brights. So we're just going to drag that out just like that. Hold our Alt Option button, click. We're going to expand this, make it just a little bit softer. And then we're going to do the same thing on the bottom, make that adjustment just a little bit softer. Maybe we want, drag that over somewhere about in there. Now it is coming in too strong. So what we can do is go in here and make adjustments to the color. Now it usually makes sense to stay somewhat blue for the shadows in your image. But you can really kind of play with this. Consider the things that are in your foreground and what color they may be. That's something that you should definitely consider as well. And then how saturated you want them to be. Somewhere in there. You can always lower the opacity if you're finding it to be coming on a little bit strong. And then of course, change it to overlay if you want a little bit more contrast in there. You can see for the sky layer, that really makes it strong. So we'd have to tune down the opacity. But with these both in overlay at around 70 and then 50% opacity, you can see before and after. Maybe we want to increase this just a little bit. So that's a really great way to kind of tone your image, keep things looking realistic because we still have this really warm sky, but now we have these cool shadows and it really tones that image well. Now let's look at one more example here. This one doesn't have a sky, but it does have some glow in it. And this is a really, really great image, a really great candidate for this concept because we've got kind of this really dark shadow area that doesn't really have much color. And then we have this really bright highlight area that definitely is a little bit lacking in color as well. We'll do the same thing again, solid color. This time we want to add more like yellowish orange because that is what the color of the sun is. Hit OK. Let's go soft light here. Double click. And we will go down. We want to mask this out of those dark areas. We're going to hold Option and click there, and we're just going to soften this thing up quite a bit. We'll soften up the highlights as well, somewhere about in there. It's looking pretty good to me. You can try overlay, but you can see it's a little too contrasty. And I'm finding that maybe that's a little bit too saturated. So maybe we'll just come around in here, somewhere about there. That's looking good. That kind of just adds to the glow in the scene. Same thing, solid color. We're gonna grab kind of bluish teal on this one. We're gonna change that blend mode first to soft light, double click, and same thing. We'll drag this down so it's not in the highlights. Option click, expand this to feather it out a little bit, and then we're gonna feather that bottom as well. Maybe about in there. Just like that. Now we're gonna, obviously I need to reduce the opacity and reduce the saturation, and maybe we'll make this a little bit darker. You know, somewhere in here to where it's not really affecting a ton, but it is making it just a hair more blue. Just like that. So really nice way to tone your images. This one probably needs to be a little bit more yellow. And of course you can always go in here and paint on these layers with a mask if you want to make some adjustments there as well that are further than kind of what you're allowed to do here. But something just like that looks good to me. Make sure to adjust the opacity, adjust soft light to overlay. So really great way to kind of tone your images and add a little bit of color. All right, so hopefully that helps you guys to add color in a nice way to your image. Again, this is just scratching the surface on what you can do with Blend If, and this is just one of the many different ways to use it. But anytime you're trying to blend images or blend layers together, give Blend If a try. Of course, luminosity masks are still useful and do something very similar, but I do like Blend If just a little bit more, especially because you can also combine a luminosity mask with Blend If. So give that a try and let me know what you think. Also, if you've used Blend If before, let me know down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what you like to use it for, because obviously there's so many different ways to do it, especially if you're a landscape or wildlife photographer. We would love to hear from you. Otherwise, guys, my name is Austin James Jackson. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me to continue to grow my page here and provide you these free videos every single week to help you guys become better photographers. Otherwise, I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you so much. This is Austin Jackson. We'll see you guys next time.